there's a real chance here at the end of the old system, after 30 years, to have a fresh look at it and make the sums add up better through a sensible upfront capital investment.
Right now, the subway relies on patching it up to keep it running. That can't go on forever. It means that one day, breakdowns or a lack of cash will end in closure.
I wouldn't even consider that as a serious option. I mean, the idea of taking away an existing piece of infrastructure that reduces car congestion in the city centre, that is an important link for so many communities in the city and is likely to grow in importance as the River Clyde regeneration project works its way through particularly the communities on the south side of the river. That would seem a remarkably short-sighted decision on the part of the city. So I would be very uncomfortable at the notion that the subway would be allowed to close.
The subway was last modernised 30 years ago. Now SPT has developed a new 30-year plan. It shows that big investment now in modernisation is by far the best business case.
From the figures I've seen, it costs an additional 70 million to do a proper modernisation of the system, and that saves £220 million in operating costs. That means you're getting back your capital investment 3 times over, and that has to be a pretty compelling starting point for winning the case for that modernisation project.
So if the sums do add up, business knows modernisation makes sense.
We understand it's reaching the end of its useful life. We understand that if it runs in its current state, it will cost a lot more money than if we put a modest amount of investment into it. And we believe that that's going to help us in managing the traffic congestion in the city centre for many years to come. So I think we've got a fairly strong case, and I'm sure the business community sees the value in that.
But business also says a modern subway has to be run by a modern workforce.
Practices that haven't changed for many, many years are always going to need to be looked at. So modernising working practices, that would be expected, I think, in any modernisation plan.